Hello again. My name is Maria Carolina Andrade, and today I wanted to tell you my story on how I started with this business of Avon. Um, I was a full-time college student, full-time grocery cashier. On my off days, if I had any, I was working in the fields with my parents. On the sides, I was also cleaning two family houses. I had it tough, but not impossible. So at that time, in 2003, my second year in college, Avon was offered to me, and I didn't hesitate to take the opportunity. I not yet probably saw what I can become with this company, but I started, and I started for one reason. I needed to have that extra money to pay for my supplies at school and to help my parents with the income at the house. I'm the oldest sister, so they needed that help too from me. Um, I got graduated in 2006 from the college. Later on, 2007, I got married. Um, and I continued my Avon business. Um, I continued as well working full time at different stores and grocery stores, gasoline station, well, you name it. And one day I was talking to my husband, and he saw what I didn't in Avon. He just told me, "You gotta leave your formal job and just dedicate yourself for Avon." And I thought, "You're crazy. How am in the world I'm just gonna, we're just gonna survive with your income and Avon?" So I didn't see that potential yet in Avon, and but I guess he did, and I'm thankful for that. So I listened to him. I left my formal job. I started just doing my Avon. Instead of doing it partially, I was doing it full time. So I continue since then. Well, the in like the next day when I left my formal job, I was deep cleaning my house, and I found a business card of a lady that one time stopped at one of the stores where I was working, the last store I was working at, and she was cashing an Avon check. And when I asked her why is she cashing checks, how long is she's been in Avon, she explained me. Well, she didn't explain it to me then, but she told me, Avon can give you checks. And I said, "Well, I've been in with Avon for almost 8 years, and I don't receive checks." So she says, "Here's my business card. If you have any time, call me." Well, back again, when I left my formal job, the next day when I was deep cleaning my house, I found this card. And I thought, why not? I'm going to give this lady a call, because since now I'm going to be doing this full time, I want to know what's more into Avon. Because all I knew was selling or trying to sell it. So I called Debbie, Deborah Rogers, and she, since day one I called, she started helping me with no, expecting nothing in return from me. So she explained it to me what was leadership and why she was getting those checks from Avon. So that was something that it came to, for me to start doing. So thank you, Debbie, for doing that to me. We set up a meeting with her. She explained it to me. She since that day, she didn't let me go. She got me and took me everywhere to everything she was doing, so I can learn from her. I was a shy person then. Yes, I was. So people that knows me now, they think, oh yeah, this lady just talks and talks and talks. I wasn't always that way. Okay, so, and people, especially my family members that know me from all my life, they know I wasn't this way. They know I was a shy person. I didn't want to talk to anybody, nearly anybody. So even though I took speech classes at college, that wasn't enough. So when I met Debbie and she told me all she knows in Avon, and I started getting out more often with her and talking to different people, I don't know any strangers now. So to really grow in this business, you need to let yourself go. You need to let your true self come out and talk for you. Because these words I will never forget from her, telling me, Maria, if you want to eat, put food on your table from this business, then you got to talk. So that's when that clicked in my mind and said, yes, she's right. I need to start talking. So now nobody can stop me, all right? So anyway, back to my story. She helped me through all these. She helped me a week, 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I already had, just from my family and friends, because that's how she told me to start. Just call anybody in your family and friends who wants to join Avon. I started with 7 people. Now, out of the 7 people, only 3 placed orders. By then, I needed at least 5 orders to become what I needed to become. So I was a little disappointed with myself because I didn't achieve the goal I wanted. But on the other hand, I was proud of myself on what I have achieved so far in just 2 weeks. So Debbie told me, don't give up. Look what you've done in 2 weeks. You can do this, just continually doing it and you'll do it. So the next campaign, which is another 2 weeks, so a month total, I had the people that I needed to have in my team to start as a leader. Now it's called ambassador, but then it was called leader. So that's when I became a leader. The day that I became a leader, Debbie invited me for a dinner. At this dinner, we're talking and she told me, you have to have somebody up, above you. I said, no, the lady that signed me up, if I remember her, she only signed me up and I never heard back from her. She lived in Visalia. I don't know. She never answered my calls whatsoever. She discontinued her phones later, so I don't know anything. So she called the manager at that time, Marcela, and Marcela told Debbie, well, let me check. What is her name? What is the district number, her account number, everything. So she checked and she says, Debbie, I have good news for you. Debbie said, what? She says, Maria is yours. So I don't know if we can call this destiny. So we were meant to meet each other. We were meant to be together, working together for a team. I didn't know I was under her. She didn't know I was under her either because Avon had an incentive going. She didn't sign me up, but Avon had an incentive going at that time. And I'm not going to explain the incentive right now, but through that incentive, I got passed on to Debbie. So that's how I end up with her. And that's when we start, oh my goodness, even though I wasn't there, we didn't know I was under her, she was already helping me. So, now that I was a leader and she knew I was under her, well, we never let each other go. She knows I call her my Avon mom because to me, she's more than a leader. She's more than an upline to me. She's done a lot a lot for me to help me out in this business. I wasn't driving then, so she was driving me back and forth anywhere I needed to go to sign up people, to delivery orders, anything, that I needed. I would just call her and she would do it. She would come pick me up and go with her. So anyway, time let go, Later on, 2012, just 1 year, I became President's Club member, and I am still in leadership. So that was really, really good to me. And I thank Debbie for helping me in this. And I thank my beloved husband for believing in me, for seeing that opportunity that I didn't see all those years selling Avon. When he told me to leave my former job, he was right. So since then, I've been doing good. In 2013, I made my husband my co-applicant, because anything, and this is what I want to achieve in the future. Anything that, or anywhere that I get to go, he can go with me. That was one of the reasons I make him my co-applicant. And in case, who knows, something happens to me, because you never know, my account will not be disappeared. He'll be there with, in the account, so that he can take over if something happens to me. So that was two of the reasons I put my husband with me. And that was the best decision I've made. He's been with me throughout ups and downs in Avon. But right now, we are, and I can say we are, because that's my husband and I are together in this journey of ours. We are Gold Ambassadors, Honor Society in sales levels, and we are the top recruiters in the district. And this is not where this is not where I want to be yet. This is just what I've become throughout these years. And I am really thankful for my husband, and I am really thankful for Debbie for teaching me what I know. So I'm gonna leave you with this. Thank God for what I've became with this business, and thank God for the people that put in my path in reaching my goals. And thank you, Joel, for being with me and for being such a supportive and loving husband that I needed in my business and my personal life. Thank you. Everybody have a blessed day.